I'm in crypto now since nearly 10 years and I've seen a lot of projects come and go. But I've never seen a project with better technology than this one. The project I'm telling you today is called Keeta, and Keeta will change everything. The project has the potential to outperform XRP, Solana, but also Swift. And this is why you should definitely put this project on your coin watch lists. You wanted a deep dive? This is exactly what I'm giving you today. So let's not lose time and start right into it. In my last YouTube video, I gave you a little overview about my base portfolio. And you asked me a lot of questions about Keeta. Manu, can you give us a Keeta deep dive? And yes, this is exactly what you're getting today. But always keep in mind, this is just a small crypto project. If you want to invest in small crypto projects, please build your portfolio like me. Always have a solid fundament, then invest into Bitcoin, Ethereum, then you can have your high potential coins for sure. And then with small money, you can invest into trending narratives and trending coins like me into the trending base narrative. With Keeta, you have exposure in nearly 4 matters. You have exposure into the whole base matter, the base summer. You have exposure into layer 1 blockchains, payment solutions, real-world assets, and also into stablecoin protocols. So all of those trending matters combined. Keeta sees itself as common ground for all payment networks and assets. It's one network ready for anything. So with Keeta, it is possible to move your assets from one blockchain to another, to trade real-world assets, and it also has one thing different than all of those other projects out there in crypto. It is fully compliant with regulations. I'm DCAing into this project now since June. Before I invested into Keeta, I studied their report. It is 26 pages long. You don't have to study all of this report. I can give you a little summary in this video. So why is Keeta so exciting? First, and maybe the most interesting part, is the performance and scalability. The project is the fastest crypto project like ever. It scales up to 11 million transactions per second. 11 million transactions. If you compare it, for example, to other blockchains like XRP or Solana, XRP makes only 1,500 transactions per second, Solana makes 65,000 transactions per second, and Keeta makes nearly 11 million transactions per second. I mean, isn't that completely crazy that Keeta is this fast? It's like more than 100 times faster than Solana. But this is not the only interesting part about Keeta. Keeta's transaction speed was also validated by Google. I mean, can you imagine, by Google? The official Google account tweeted about Keeta, because Keeta is using Google's Spanner technology for their blockchain. So please feel free to check out that blog post. It is really interesting, and it is the first crypto project ever mentioned in a Google blog post. So yes, with that much speed, it could really be a Swift alternative. And this is the big goal of Keeta. It wants to build the bridge between TradFi and DeFi, but also, on the other hand, serving as a decentralized app platform. So completely different to what XRP is doing, only concentrating on institutions. Keeta also focuses on DeFi. And one thing that is really different about Keeta and why they could really manage to bridge TradFi to DeFi and build a Swift alternative is because they're completely compliant with regulations. They build native support for KYC, AML, PCI, ISO, and are making it directly usable for institutions. And some people even call this blockchain and the coin the Google coin. Why? Because of their backing. Because one of the biggest project supporters is Eric Schmidt, the ex-Google CEO. And I don't know if you know about Eric Schmidt, but he has a very prominent history. As a CEO of Google, Eric Schmidt turned Google into a $1 trillion tech giant. Under his lead, Gmail, Maps, Android, YouTube, and IPO was developed. And also, Eric Schmidt has already blockchain experience. Since 2021, he's a strategic advisor to Chainlink, another project I'm holding in my portfolio. I hope all of you have watched my Chainlink video. If not, make sure to watch it now, because Chainlink will also be one of the big winners in this cycle. So in 2023, Eric Schmidt invested into Keeta, and he praised Keeta's tech as more scalable and efficient than all of the existing solutions, which it definitely could be. Because you still have to keep in mind, Keeta is still very, very young. Yes, they have very good potential, but they're so young, it is still possible for them to fail. I think there is nothing in between. Either they will make it or not. So the conclusion is very clearly, Keeta beats Solana's speed by orders of magnitude. It integrates XRP-like compliance and banking focus. It builds an open ecosystem for DeFi and DApps. With Eric Schmidt's actively backing, Keeta gains massive credibility and vision. If they manage to deliver their roadmap, it could be a clear alternative for the institutional finance space. But what is next in their roadmap? Let's have a look. In Q3, they want to launch their mainnet. And also in Q3, token unlocks start. But this is not a bad thing at all, because the team made sure of it. And this is why some people out there believe that Keeta could pull a Solana move like 2021. Because the team made sure that 40% of Keeta's maximum supply, this is the team token and investor tokens, are all assigned as equity to the Keeta Inc., which means none of these tokens are sellable at the open market. There will be zero sell pressure from future unlocks. So this is a really cool thing, and this is a thing I have not seen often before. In Q4, first banks and fintechs start their pilot phases with the project. In Q1 and Q2, they launch their DeFi apps and cross-border payment solutions, and their goal is to already have millions of active accounts on mainnet in Q1 to Q2 2026. And in the end of 2026, their big goal is to position as a real Swift alternative. And yes, they could really manage. And this is why I personally would rather invest into a small project like this one than in a big project like Solana or XRP. Because yes, there is big collaborations coming, and a lot of people say that the next big collaboration for Keeta is Visa. There is already a lot of hints about their collaboration with Visa, and also they are mentioned in the Nielsen report with other banking giants. So this is definitely a very good hint at where we are going. So if you compare Keeta with their market cap of $500 million to Solana with nearly 100 billion tokens, or XRP with $172 billion, Keeta is so small. This is why I'd rather take the risk than leave my money in one of those dinosaurs. What would it mean if Keeta grows, for example, as big as Solana? We can look it up here. Keeta to Sol. This would be an easy 200x. I'm not saying we will reach that in this cycle, but if they really manage to build a Swift alternative, they could go there someday. And I think it's a bigger risk to be not invested into Keeta than to be invested into Keeta. And if they would manage to be as big as XRP, it would easily be an 364x. This is why I would always choose a little invest into this project before a big invest into this project. So what is the next goal for Keeta? I think the next big step for Keeta is to reach the top 100 coins, like for example, let's go down there at the top 100, like Optimism. This would be a market cap of $1.2 billion. This would mean that Keeta would easily make nearly a 3x. Is this possible in this cycle? Yes, this is definitely possible. And we could go even higher if they manage to make their rollouts. And if the team delivers, they will sure manage to go way above that. But it needs time, and the project is still young. Do you already hold Keeta in your portfolio? And if so, where do you think we will see Keeta at the end of this cycle? I gave you my target. Now I'm very excited to read what do you think where we're heading with Keeta. I hope I was able to give you some interesting insights in today's video. If you have any questions, just let me know down in the comments. I'm always happy to help. If you liked the video, please smash the follow button and share this video with your friends. Thank you for watching, guys. See you soon.